And my name is Ken Edelman. I'm a trustee out at Marlboro Township. Our sewage and drainage project's coming to a close, and our residents are being asked to hook up. They've received a letter from the health department that to hook up, they will have to pay for a permit, and the permit will cost each homeowner $2,050. This project was paid for mostly through grant money because this area in the village is considered low income. They understand this was a needed project, and most of the residents are on board with that. Most of the residents understand they will have to pay to have a connection made to the sewer line. They will have to pay to have their old sewer crushed in, caved in, and they understand that they will have to pay a monthly service fee. What they're having a problem with is $2,050 for a permit. Now, the health department has a 5-year payment plan.
Oh, wait, just for clarification, this is a sanitary sewer permit, not a health department permit.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
They have a payment plan. It's something like 15%. Both homeowners have to, come in, sign a paper, and have a copy of the deed. So a lot of residents are going to lose half a day's pay to do this from their work. They've come to me, and I'm coming to you to ask if there's any way you could intercede with the department. We're not asking for free, but if they could get a reduced rate. We're talking anywhere between 80 to 100 units by the time this is done. And anytime anyone would go in to purchase something and they're looking to buy 80 to 100 of something, human nature is they're going to expect a little bit of a discount or a little bit of a break. And that's all I'm asking is that you consider talking to them if we can get a little bit of a discount for these people on this.
Rick, and again, I anticipate this, I thought we were going to have a chance to talk about this before, and we can talk about it right now. I had asked Chris to pull up, for me, so that we could discuss it. So you can go ahead and sit down, Ken.
Thanks.
Rick, explain to all of us, I guess, the cost of this project and how the project was funded.
Sure. I received this from the sanitary engineer's office that the total estimated project cost, including the waste treatment plant, was $3,681,000 and some change. The Army Corps provided a reimbursement of $1,934,000 and some change. Plus, there was CDBG funding in the amount of almost $35,000 for a total of $2,568,790. The total cost estimate that the county is bearing is $1,112,267, and this is a non-assessment project, which means that the county as a whole, anybody on the county sewer isn't being assessed for this project. So it's actually coming from already received revenue, but however there are connection charges that'll be charged.
And so the county, and again, a portion of this was paid through grants, and that was the Army Corps of Engineers and CDBG, but $1.112 million was not paid through grants. It was actually paid and will be paid through capital contributions and fees paid to the sanitary sewer department into the future. This is something that goes into, I don't know, Ken, whether you read or not, but part of something that we're working on. We've had one meeting, we've had several meetings on it, but that includes issues about sanitary sewer rates for all residents of Starr County. And this is a type of project that gets built into those increased costs. And so this is one of those particular items. Also, in taking a look at this, I noted, we commissioners attended a public hearing at the village of Marlboro at the elementary school, immediately before this project started. And again, there was, many residents were in attendance. There was a very complete presentation made by the sanitary sewer engineering department and so forth. I think that there were slides and other issues, but in my looking at that and in my reviewing my notes, I have very explicit notes that all of these costs were discussed at that particular hearing, and specifically
Yes,
the
I
cost,
don't dispute
specifically
that.
the cost of $2,050 for 2000. My note showed for 2014 there was a potential, again, because I think this was done in 2011, the potential that there may have even been increases in 2014, which have not come to pass. But again, that was part of this that was fully discussed. Again, Commissioner, I don't know what your thoughts are, but from my perspective, the county and all of the other residents of Stark County are already contributing and will contribute into the future $1,100,000 for this. You've been, of course, the beneficiary of the benefit of those grants, which were very, very important to make this thing work. But we think this is a very important project to the village of Marlboro, a very beneficial one to all the property owners as well as to the village itself and to any commercial or industrial entities that may develop there and so forth. If we were to forego or waive a portion or some amount of that $2,050 fee, that's just that much more that all the other residents of Stark County would have to pay in order to pay this sum back. From my perspective, I think that everyone is already doing their fair share when they're paying that $1.1 million for 80 to 100 residents in the village of Marlboro. And so from my perspective, although I understand why you're asking the question, I understand the concern of the residents. It is something that was discussed up front when this project started. The project is now completed. We now have the cost in hand. And from my perspective, I would not ask our sanitary sewer department to make any adjustments to that connection fee, because I think what is happening is already, very, very fair and very beneficial to all of those residents and to the village and to the township. Commissioner?
And I don't disagree with Commissioner Burnaby's remarks. I would, some areas don't get any assistance at all, so I guess it's a gift really to Marlboro.
I appreciate you hearing me out.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, I've gotten to know, Ken because of his work with the Stark Council of Governments, and again, very, very appreciative of all the time you spend and you give us on that and on everything else.
They came to me and I did want to make sure I asked.
Sure.
Question.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you for your
As best as
time.
we can.
All right.
There you go.